So AEW Full Gear is coming up this weekend, and I will be live reacting to it a little bit late, probably 15 minutes into the show. I won't be live for the 0 hour this time, because I will be at the New Japan Pro Wrestling Academy Showcase 5. So since they are the same day, I will be at that event, and then I'll come home and then start live streaming from there. I will have to catch up as we go, though. And I know there's no downtime in a AEW pay-per-view. So here are my predictions for AEW Full Gear. So for the 0 hour, we have AJ Bufumo, or Big Boom AJ, with Big Justice versus QT Marshall. Now, I do want to acknowledge that AJ Bufumo has been doing an insane job marketing and promoting for this match. He went on Jimmy Fallon to plug this match. That's insane. This would be a very fun win for Big Boom AJ. And I'm glad QT Marshall is enjoying the process of this match, because it's been good. And with Big Boom AJ featured on Dynamite to also build for this match against QT Marshall on 0 hour, it is really cool for that crossover. They have been very popular all over the internet, so it's good publicity. 0 hour will also include Deonna Purrazzo versus Anna Jay. Anna Jay has been putting on showcase matches for herself since coming back from Stardom. Deonna Purrazzo is also the new leader of a, team, seemingly upcoming faction of the Vendetta. This will be a nice little match, good little warm-up match for the show. A good free match for YouTube. Just give something to the fans that are already there, waiting, watching. I could see Anna Jay winning this. There will also be a 4-way match between Dante Martin, the Beast Mortos, Komander, and Buddy Matthews. This seems like one of the matches that they really wanted to use to sell the show just before it happens. Dante Martin and Komander being two of the most athletically gifted people on the roster. The Beast Mortos showing sides of both powerhouse and high flying depending on who he is facing. And Buddy Matthews being one of the most gifted strikers in AEW. This will be a showcase match for sure, and I do not know who I want to win this. I would probably give this win to Buddy Matthews or Beast Mortos. If I were to pick one specifically out of those two, I'll take Buddy Matthews. That match is going to be very good. Now for the main show, we have Hangman Adam Page versus Switchblade Jay White. These two have had quite a few matches against each other, and honestly, it is fun to see Jay White come out with wins. The only time Hangman Adam Page has beat Jay White was with the help of Christian Cage, so it would be a big win for Adam Page to pull out, but I do feel like Jay White wins this one. Next we have Scapegoat Jack Perry versus Daniel Garcia. I feel that Daniel Garcia has for a long time been feuding more so with the TNT Championship than whoever was holding it, as he has seemed to follow it wherever it goes. Jack Perry also just happens to be entailing the AEW versus the Elite storyline, as well as following through to the Death Riders versus AEW storyline. Daniel Garcia has been being told to his face that he's not ready to hold the TNT Championship by multiple champions, including Christian Cage, Jack Perry. I don't recall, Adam Copeland might have done it too. So, since the Elite isn't here right now, it would be a good time for Daniel Garcia to win, but they can also still wait it out if they chose. And it has been nice to see Jack Perry overcome the baby faces. I won't lie, it's been fun. So I will predict a Jack Perry win, although I would still appreciate a Daniel Garcia win for sure. Next we have the AEW Tag Team Championship 4-way match between Private Party, Kings of the Black Throne, the Outrunners, and the Acclaimed. So if I pick apart each of these options, the Outrunners are an upstart success, completely naturally over. They started off as jobbers from the ground up, got over with, the crowd loved them, they continued to push them, and now they're in a championship match on a pay-per-view. Kings of the Black Throne have been an on and off tag team in AEW, but have been known to be dominant in the past, and are looking for their first tag team championships. They were trios champions in the past. The Acclaimed seem to be on the path of a breakup right now, with the Hurt Syndicate getting involved with Max Caster, and slight separations in ideologies between Bowens and Caster. I feel like Bowens might finally catch the Best Wrestler Alive low drift I got initially seeing that they're a tag team and Max Caster trademarked Best Wrestler Alive. It's kind of weird that he keeps saying that when you're a tag team. And then the Champions Private Party, I believe this will be their first defense and it's in a 4-way match on pay-per-view, so that's always a good showcase for the tag teams. They built this match up great. All the tag matches that led up to this were really good, and I have high expectations for this match. I do predict a Private Party retain. It hasn't been very long, so I do feel that they retain this match. Next we have MJF vs. Roderick Strong. Now near the beginning of the build for this, I figured they were going to make it a triple threat match, but they did not end up doing that, and I'm still kind of glad they didn't do that. Although I would love to see Adam Cole in this triple threat match as well. I am always happy to see Roderick Strong in the ring. MJF is also very talented. So I could see either a clean MJF win or an MJF win with the interference of Adam Cole trying to help, and then a possible split between the Undisputed, or cracks between the Undisputed Kingdom forming from this. Or Roderick Strong wins with the help of Adam Cole. But in 2 out of 3 scenarios, I do see MJF winning this match. We have Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa's Champagne Championship celebration finally. We all expected this to happen the Dynamite after she won the championship, but they pulled it out toward Full Gear, which tells me that they're going to have a returning Toni Storm here in some capacity, or a challenge for the championship from Mina Shirakawa, which would be very fun. I would appreciate seeing that at some point. But we're for sure seeing Toni Storm return here, especially after just announcing her retirement from professional wrestling, which really is very funny stuff. Toni Storm's great. We have Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. Now, Will Ospreay's Dynamite debut was against Kyle Fletcher, and that match was amazing. That match was beyond amazing. And now they have a bigger audience, a pay-per-view matchup. It'll be great. I don't know how they go about this, but I do feel like Ospreay wins it. I feel like they might go harder than they did the first time, which scares me to see. But yes, I do believe this is an Ospreay win. Although a huge win for Fletcher would be nice, but I don't know where they progress from there. I don't know if they would progress from there. We have Mercedes Moné versus Kris Statlander for the TBS Championship. Big fan of both of them. Camille has been broken down as a big for Mercedes Moné, so I could see that as leading toward it's time to get the championships off Mercedes Moné, because she's had them for longer than almost everybody. But, well, longer than Kris Statlander. I don't think she passed Jade Cargill yet. But Kris Statlander winning this would be big for her, and Mercedes Moné would still have the New Japan Strong Championship, so that would be good. Plus, she will be defending that Strong Style Evolved, which I'll be there. So I could see a sneak Mercedes Moné retain. Honestly, I can see Mercedes Moné retaining here and upsetting a lot of people, but it can go either way for me. I'd be happy with either. Then we have Konosuke Takeshita versus Ricochet for the AEW International Championship. Don't mind the music in the background. Konosuke Takeshita being built up as one of the biggest threats in AEW has been very pleasant to see. Ricochet being a newcomer to the promotion, when there's been a target on his back since he wasn't even the champion at the time. And then having that 3-way with Takeshita and Ospreay for that International Championship was very well done. Ricochet then going on to earn his shot at the International Championship on his own has been very great as well. I do feel like they have Takeshita retain the championship, although Ricochet would be a great name to add to the lineage of the belt. We have Swerve Strickland versus Bobby Lashley. Swerve Strickland being built up as main event worthy and as an AEW World Champion, a dominant AEW World Champion that is. And then having a new incoming Bobby Lashley and entire Hurt Syndicate of Shelton Benjamin, MVP, and Bobby Lashley coming straight after his head. It's always great to see this many black wrestlers just in this main event level showcase on pay-per-view. It'll be a great match. If Bobby Lashley were to win, this would cement him as a threat to the entire roster. Swerve Strickland winning this keeps him in the position he's in, which is very high up, and forever champion, as his new merch says. Forever champion in the eyes of the fans. I kind of feel like Bobby Lashley comes out on top in this match, and I don't think I'm going to backtrack on that, unfortunately. Although, if Swerve Strickland wins, I will be amazed, and I will still appreciate it. And lastly, we have John Moxley versus Orange Cassidy for the AEW World Championship. I noticed a lot of people confused about the build of this, with Orange Cassidy taking charge as leader and then saying he's going to do what he plans on doing to John Moxley to Wheeler Yuta, and then beating Wheeler by roll-up. But he really just said he was going to beat Jon Moxley for his AEW World Championship and take the power back for AEW alone. It's not about hurting Jon Moxley. He knows he can't beat Jon Moxley in a fight, but he can beat Jon Moxley in a wrestling match because he's done it before. That is why he's the leader of the pack right now. So, them building up this match has been perfect. If Orange Cassidy were to become AEW World Champion here, that would be massive, and it would upset all of the right people. But I do feel like Jon Moxley on the streak he's on might retain here. I do think he might retain here. I very well think he might retain here. So I'm going to go with Jon Moxley on this.